know how this is gonna work, but I'm going to try and do every once in a while, if I feel like I can do a good video on my particular playing style, I'm going to do it. So this video, I want to kind of show so I kind of want to build a brand for myself, and my brand is going to be that I have a very sharp and aggressive and clever uh, uh, way of playing Scrabble. Uh, and that's how I like it. I want it to be romantic. I want it to be content, as Josh Sokol would say. And I also want to be feared for my knowledge of longer words, which I do have, and that'll come up later in this video. Um, but one I often play Kevin Burbridge in Woogles, and one of the things he's told me is that my knowledge of extensions is unreal, which I found that as a really good compliment. So trying to build my channel. I realize because of my autism, I sometimes don't hit it every time. But I hope that you guys can still enjoy my content, even though I may not be the strongest of the strong, the top of the ranks of Scrabble. But I continue to get better at the game, and I'm going to nationals this year, so we'll see how I do. I think I feel prepared. I like the way I've been playing. I've been winning games against strong opponents, and so I feel good about my prospects for this year. So anyway, this Scrabble strategy that I'm about to show you is something you can use in your own games. Particularly, I want to talk about the letters C and V and how you can use those two letters. If your opening rack contains a C or a V, you can often use those letters to extend, especially if you feel like you have a really good grasp of the dictionary. You can use those words to extend to the triple letter score. Now, this only works if you're going first in the game. So in this game against Natalie Ducou, she's a very strong player, by the way. She's taken the game very seriously. She's going to tournaments around the country. That's how you know someone's taking Scrabble seriously, is if she's paying good money to attend tournaments. So you can see her ratings getting up there. She's almost 1,500 now, and I expect her to soon be one of the strongest female players. Obviously, she's from my neck of the woods. She's from Oregon. I'm from the state of Washington, but Washington and Oregon players often meet up. And anyway, she's a great player. I always enjoy the games with her. And I just want to show you her stats real quick. You can see what she looks like. Yeah, so in this game, I started out with this rack, and it's curious to see what this analyzer will. Oh, I actually missed arrival. Okay. So this isn't as good of a let's just pretend for the sake of this video that I didn't miss arrival and there was no valid word in here. So this is actually, My play of viral here was actually a mistake, but for the purposes of this video and what I wanted to show, let's just try to ignore that I had a rival in that rack. So she plays Bookie. She also had ebook there. I think that would have probably been better for her. Yeah, ebook would have been better. All right. So anyway, she plays Bookie, and then immediately I drew into one of the. So I know viral has at least two extensions. It has subviral and it has non-viral. On the very next move, I already have non-viral. I actually missed a bingo here of non-major. So that's a little bit sad. So yeah, I should have seen non-major here, but and actually playing Raj here would have been better because it keeps non-viral for the next move. But anyway, you can see that I was able to capitalize on my play of non-viral, and it gives an added bonus. Is she didn't actually challenge in this case, but she did hold the play for a while. So that's kind of an added bonus, is that sometimes when you play a sophisticated and fancy word like this, you can get a challenge, but it's also satisfying to at least get a hold on these type of plays, because even if they don't challenge, they'll start to respect you over the course of the game, and you're more likely to get away with a phony if you play more obscure words. Sorry, I had to pause for a second. That's why there was a blip in that video. But I wanted to showcase another situation that has come up more recently. That game was a tournament game from a while back, like 8 months ago. This is when I demoed that game. But the game I want to showcase is one from I played against Kevin Burbridge. So I started out with this rack, and let's just look at what the best move is here, or at least the best move again, according. So I had Kriya's, and I agree this might be a better move than what I played, but I played Crisis in this position, and I knew that Crisis extends to non-Crisis, and it kind of it's a little bit more tempting to play a word like this on the opening move. I know it gets rid of both of your S's, which is not ideal, but I went ahead and played it because I didn't see Kriya's. Let's see if I had any other options besides Kriya's here. So I would have had Sick, and so Crisis is 22 points and Sick is 10 points. Sick takes the A and the E hook, so it doesn't really close the board. So in that, but I don't feel like Airs is, I mean, it keeps an S, which is good. I don't feel like it's that strong. It's 11.7, so it's a little bit stronger than I thought it was. But keeping an eye on your a rack at the opening plays, for some reason eyes are more of a problem towards the beginning of the game, I've found. So that's another reason I want to get rid of both eyes, and Crisis does do that. I'm just curious how, yeah. So Crisis comes down quite low on the list, but I'd be curious. This is a position I'd be curious to analyze with Macondo and see if maybe Crisis comes a little bit higher. But in this position, Crisis might be, if you know the word non-Crisis, and I study a lot of 9-letter words, it can have an added bonus effect so that you'll know how you have. There's a potential for a surprise 9 to appear later in the game. And the cool thing about Crisis is it uses that same theme that I mentioned earlier in the video with Viral, is that it's not easy to block the extension because there's no 2-letter words that can be formed with the C or the V. And in this case, I'm putting that C in that D8 spot. So I'll just go through the. Oh, I missed page view. Oh, that would have been a nice play. See if I know that word. Or let's see if I've. Where on my list here? Page view. I'm sure I've seen it before. No, I haven't seen page view. Okay, page view is one of the very new. That at symbol, that indicates to me, yeah, it's very. I think the plus symbol is the newest one. So if I typed in like baby moon, I think it gets the plus. No, baby moon also has. Okay, so page view means it's one of the very newest added. So this was in the very most recent NASPA update that they added page view in. So yeah, that would have been an amazing play. All right. So I missed page view and I played Giver, which is kind of sad. He plays Zen. I played the best move of Joe here. He plays the best move of Cloak. He played the best move of Aware. What did he play here? Well, that was a strange move, so he missed a lot of good plays there. So I missed Filled here, keeping 2 eyes. I think I was probably reluctant to play this because there's a strong possibility that non-crisis is going to get blocked. Yar. I played Welly. He plays Key. Then I played Tooming, which I wasn't sure of, but I felt like I felt good enough about it to play it. He didn't challenge, but he did play a phony of Wellier. I challenged that off. And I could have played Solidify. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I wanted to show this game because it was just a fun game for me to play. I hope he doesn't hate me for showing this game because he made some mistakes in this game. So he missed Achieved here. Oh, and I missed Altoist. Wow, okay. Do I know that word, Altoist? That's how I know if I know the word or not, as I check this list here. Yeah, I haven't studied Altoist. I'll write that one down. So I played Tolt, which if I don't see Altoist, that's a good move, I think. But anyway, I'm far up enough ahead, and I have one of the blanks, so I'm likely to be doing pretty well here. So I missed Apathies. Apathies. And so I played Pinatas, and then he plays Neotone, which I challenged because I thought, like, I've never seen this word before, and it seems like high enough probability that I would have seen this word, so I challenged it. Yeah, he missed words like botany and ecotone here, which I'm sure he probably knows those words. Let's see here. Is this my rack? Oh yeah, this is my rack. So here I actually exchanged keeping just the N so I could play non-crisis. But yeah, exchanging here would have been good anyway because this is a terrible rack. So I think this is the right play. So I kept just the N. So let's see here. What did he play? Okay, he plays 1. He still can't see it. So my play of non-crisis here wasn't even the best play, but I was still able to make it. It's one of the better plays I have, and it has a nice surprise value to it. He didn't challenge it. I think he knows by now that I play these words all the time, and he didn't like even say anything when I played it. But yeah, it's valid. And the point I wanted to make with this video is that and obviously non-crisis, it wasn't even that good of a play at the very moment that I finally played it at later in the game. But I'll just go through the rest of these real quick. So he goes out after I made a phony of routiner. The point I wanted to make is that I study a lot of 9-letter words, and sure, like it takes a lot of effort to study the 9s, and I don't recommend at most people's level to study them, but once you get higher up to around 14, 15, 16, 1700, I would encourage people to actually start studying them if you haven't studied them at all. Because while you might be watching videos from Will Anderson and Josh Sokol and even Mac Miller all telling you the same thing, don't study 9s, I'm going to be a contrarian here and say do study the 9s. And I'm going to say study the 9s, but do it in a smart way. Do it like how I do it, where I have a list of words that I've just come up by either seeing them in some context. Maybe I've come across them in real life, or I've come across them just playing friendly games. However I've come across them, I'll learn a new word. I'll kind of save it by entering it into Ziziva, and then you'll have it saved in this challenge.txt file. Anybody can do this. And then later on, I'll create flashcards. And this is a great way of doing it because studying can be kind of monotonous, especially if you study by probability, going from high probability to low, which is what most people do because that's what the top experts tell you to do. But if you do it my way, studying, you can study a lot of 9s intermingled with a lot of 7 and 8-letter bingos. So I think this is great. A great way to study, and you can even do this. When I started studying, I started studying 9s when I was like even like in the thousands, 1100, 1200. If you're really dedicated to Scrabble and you know you're going to be into it long term like I did, you can do that at 1000, 1100, 1200. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, if you have a different opinion, I won't censor you this time. No, I don't censor anyone on YouTube unless they're being nasty. So just don't be nasty. And yeah, leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you like my channel, and if you like this video. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.